Kia ora, Bob.
Kia ora, Mark. How are you?
Very good, very good. Congratulations. Safest Place to Work Awards, an Innovation Award for Ngāti Awa, for the leadership and innovation you've shown in terms of lifting your health and safety capability in Maritime. Congratulations.
Wow. Yeah, when you put it into those words, Mark, it's pretty exciting. But no, thank you guys, Safe365, because without you guys telling us we're doing this or we're on this journey, it's very hard. Your head's down, your bum's up, and you're going for it. So, no, thank you for acknowledging what we're doing, and yeah, hopefully we are on course and on track.
Yeah. So tell us a wee bit about the journey that you've been on here at Ngāti Awa in terms of lifting your health and safety capability.
I personally have only been in Ngāti Awa a small period of time, just coming up to 2 years, but with the inclusion of Safe365 and looking at the processes we had before that, it's enabled us to streamline our business. Really, we've got 5 business units. We have farming, we have forestry, we've got the White Island Tours, which did really, really well in the awards process. We've got our normal business here, which is our main head office. And then we have a marae. We've got a lot of tourism opportunities and ventures. So, yeah, it's quite a diverse package that Ngāti Awa rolls. But at the end of the day, the Safe365 and our health and safety journey has been quite enlightening. It's enabled the boardroom to pick up on what we're doing. It's enabled the work teams to get confidence about how we're doing it. And it's enabled, we have 22 hapu that work under the Ngāti Awa umbrella. Those marae are also now very conscious about the health and safety and opportunity in that field. So, yeah, it's been a challenge, it's been interesting, but I think having a solid framework has really helped us.
So tell us a wee bit about the board and the governance and the leadership in terms of where they're at and their commitment to health and safety.
Yeah, Ngāti Awa structure, we have the higher echelon, which is called the Runana of Ngāti Awa, and that is where the 22 hapu with chairs and CEOs sit, and they're representative of the community base here. Below that we have our arm, which is called the Ngāti Awa Group Holdings Limited. We look after the assets, we have all of those business accrements, and we're a registered company. Multiple companies, bridged underneath that. We've been able to communicate, and those board and directors are the third part of every meeting is health and safety. So apart from the karakia, the introductions and apologies, we're into safety. And that's in every board, in every meeting actually. So the directors have seen it as that important and have given it that sort of mana to be there at the start of every meeting. Because it's our people, and that's what we've got to keep focusing on. It's not just the businesses, it's all about our people.
So Maritime unfortunately has one of the highest casualty rates of ethnic groups and sectors within New Zealand. I think it's there's a 30% high risk of people associated with Maori businesses in terms of injuries and incidents and so forth. Is that something that's really consciously on the minds of the board and the CEO and the executive and staff?
Yes, very much so. What may not be known is Ngāti Awa, one of our farm units here, we have had a death on our farm. It was some years ago, 9 to 10 years ago. But again, that has more than strengthened what we're doing. We are always looking to improve. The directors and the company are always focused on the people, but again, it's enabling us to get the best things in place. And for my role, it's ensuring that our staff have that confidence and empowerment to know it's not safe or to know it's not right. And then having the ability or the courage to say, no, let's stop. If they can do that, right across Māoridom, we'll be doing a fantastic job on reducing those statistics. And I think it's the empowerment part that I really like to focus on with our Ngāti Awa work group and structure.
So when you think about the journey that you've been on, from when you started to where you are now, what are some of the things that you're actually practically working on to lift your health and safety capability and move to the next stage of your evolution?
I suppose it's back to the board and putting funds in the right place. We've really focused on our farm units and our quads. We've got one farm in particular where we've had a look at, will the side-by-side work or will a quad work? And I know that's a big sort of emotive conversation in the agricultural sector now, but our farm manager and his staff are confident on their quads. We have supported that by ensuring all of the safety roll protections in place. The communication equipment is on the bikes and on them. We have lone worker practices. We get them trained and skilled. We take them through the first aid, the radio comms, the whole lot. So we've got that sort of specific model about risk and how we can benefit that work group, and then replicate that across our dairy and our other industries. In relation to the business like White Island, it's actually working with the staff who have day-to-day observations of hazards and risks. And then from that meeting, on that report, action. Get things done. You know, it's no use them writing it up 27 times. It just doesn't get done. We've got to then bring it back, communicate, and look at resolutions. Maybe not the $1 million resolution, but definitely some movement. And that way you get this buy-in process. The other thing that we're really focused on going forward is you can't stop, you can't be complacent. The audit and verification is quite critical in where we're up to today. And a year or so on, we've got to keep challenging what we're saying, what we're doing. How are we checking that? A lot of that, of course, is getting out of your office, getting off your ass and going to do work. So it's a matter of getting the boardroom out so that they're on the ground floor. As much as an introduction, this is what our business is. But it also works in reciprocal for the staff to come off the boats and look at a farm. For the farmers to go onto the boats and look at how they're doing it. We share fresh eyes to get a good opportunity. And that's really what we're doing, putting worker safety and our safest workplace to practice.
So there's a big focus on your people actually understanding risk and how they identify risk?
Oh, very much so. Including the board and directors, so that the trustees understand where they fit into this. And being PCBUs, where am I responsible and what am I responsible for? And then building those relationships with our contractors so that they do feel the confidence that they're in the right place, doing the right thing. And so do we. We have the confidence they're doing the right thing for us. So yeah, no, it's very much a give and take sort of scenario, and we have to work closely, but it's getting out. You can't do that from the office desk. You've got to get out.
So for you, who's driving this change along with the board and the executive team and your staff, what do you see as the biggest challenge for you going forward over the next 12 months?
I think it's maintaining our standards and then getting the whole team up to those upper levels. You know, we got some very good performers. We need to work right across the company, and I think that's the focus in the next 12 months, getting everybody to lift. We've got a small amount of lifting in our top group, but there's definitely some good ground to be made in the other work business entities, such as our farming dairy, as apart from our farming dry stock. So no, that's some of the drive, and then getting externals. And I think another one we really like to work on is sharing it. Because one thing about sharing our journey is it reinforces that we're either on track or off track, and people soon tell you if you know, what a load of rubbish. But that's the thing about sharing it. We can then get some validation, are we on track?
Yeah. So what was the response when you found out that that you were in for Safest Place to Work Awards? I mean, there was the initial communication, and then of course there was winning the Innovation Award for showing your leadership in not just health and safety, but health and safety within marriedom. How was that received?
Well, quite humbling, to be frank. And Jeff, the CEO who works with me, he is really amazing on that drive, and puts a lot of pressure on me. But at the end of the day, we're quite excited. It actually blended well with the White Island tours. You know, you take a bunch of people to a live volcano. It's quite a challenge. But to couple that with discussions around Māoridom and increasing the safety of Māoris, it's fantastic. And yeah, like I said, you work hard, you don't actually notice what you're doing, so thank you and your team for sort of recognising us. So that's really cool.
Pleasure. Pleasure. Bob, thank you very much for your time today. Congratulations for the Safest Place to Work Awards. It is a great recognition for you folks. You can see just in the way you're talking about this that you are passionate about it, you are committed to the journey of improving your health and safety, and great leadership, great innovation. Well done and congratulations.
Thanks, Mark. At this stage, I'd like to do a hongi. It's a transfer of breaths that they call it, and it's also the combining of a good effort by a lot of people. So thank you, Sue.
Thank you.
Kia ora.
Kia ora.
Safe365, intelligent health and safety software for business.